we have Kimi Green coming inside of here. I've heard, okay, that at least at some point in her life, she was kind of down here in my neck of the woods, not very far away at the one and only Baylor University. Okay, that's what
Whoa.
I hear. That's what I hear. It made me like her more
Let's go.
already than all of the impressive things that she is doing at Sam's List. And I'd like to hear the story of her path and how she has got here and is continuing to grow this thing up and to the right. We all know that we need financial help. Everybody in consumer does. We must bring her inside this show. Everybody, welcome the one and only Kimi Green, co-founder, CEO.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Kimi, welcome to the show. We appreciate you making the time to join us.
This is one of my top 3 new things I've done since becoming a founder. This is the coolest thing I've ever done.
All right, great. We love that. We love that.
Let's
Kimi.
go.
We attempt to do our best for people like you because there's at least one place on the internet where entrepreneurs should be celebrated and what they are doing in all the ways to win on the internet today. Kimi, I would love to hear like this story with Sam's List, how this thing has developed and what you guys are doing. I'd love to get a little genesis on this whole thing.
Yeah, how biblical of you. I'm happy to go back.
Oh, did we lose her?
We lost her a little bit.
No. Did she leave us? Oh gosh. Internet is hard sometimes.
Internet. Terrible.
I think we lost her. I think we lost her.
Jack, we'll try to bring her back in, though. We'll try to bring her back in.
She's back! She's back! She's back. Kimi, we lost you, but you have returned.
I don't think God liked that joke. Anyways, so I'm not saying anything else. I wanted to tell you before I gave you the origin story. My sister might have been a cheerleader at UT when you were there.
Really? Oh, that's incredible.
Whoa.
That's incredible. I graduated 2009. I'm dating myself here. Was she there at the time?
Yeah, she was there.
We probably knew each other. That's wild.
Knew the legendary Chris Hall? The legendary Chris Hall? Oh,
I had a few more pounds back then, I no beard, so she may not recognize me if she saw me today. But wow, small world.
I'm going to ask her. I'm going to send her this clip, and I'm going to ask her, hey, for this ecom cowboy guy.
Yeah. Please. We need to make that reconnection if that's the case. Tell us about Sam's List and how this came to be, Kimi.
Yeah. So similar to how I found you guys, Sam, the host of My First Million here, he posted on Twitter after he was a little frustrated with his accountant, and he was like, hey, he obviously is a high net worth individual, serial entrepreneur. And he was like, who has an accountant that they like? And tell me why, like explicitly tell me why. And as someone with over 300,000 followers, it resulted in like hundreds and hundreds of recommendations from people tagging their accountant or linking them, tagging their website. And he's like, wait, this is helpful, but I'm still in the same boat of not knowing who to reach out to. So once those replies were coming in, he just texted me out of the blue and was like, hey, what do you think about a platform that's like the Yelp for CPAs? And that was the entire concept at the time. We didn't know if it would become anything. Sam's obviously not an accountant. There's actually a third co-founder that people often forget about named Joe. Unfortunately, he's not an accountant either. And I'm not. It's his background, but I'm horrible at accounting and finance. So anyways, the 3 of us just cold called and emailed every single person who had been recommended to us. And we were like, hey, we're thinking of starting pretty much the Yelp for CPAs. Some people have like dozens of reviews in the comments section. So they were off to like a really strong start. Wow. Others had like 1 or 2. And we just told them it's a half-baked idea, but the people in this field are always looking for ways to get their name out there and acquire their ideal clients. So that's what we did. And thankfully, almost every single person mentioned in that thread ended up becoming a Sam's List customer, whether or not they're paying us, but they were one of the first.
Incredible.
I would I would absolutely love for you to dive more into this. I'm super fascinated by this because I have found my accountant like 6 years ago and she's a gem and I will never leave her. And I'm like, you are the best person in the entire world. You save my life every day. Could you talk about what kind of attributes that you have found through honestly cold DMing 100 plus amazing accountants that are how are the best accountants working with the best high net worth individuals? You know, what are those attributes?
Often, specifically for the ones on Sam's list, they've either been in your shoes before or they only
Mhm.
work with someone like you.
I see.
Overwhelmingly, like, the ones who I'm hearing the highest, like, pleasantries for, it's from someone that's actually qualified to speak to and understand whatever it is you're going through. So if you're going through an exit and you want someone to help you through that, they've been in
Oh,
that before themselves, or they've spent the last like anywhere from 2 to 10 years helping people with their exact same situation. So it's like that relatability factor that I'm finding resonates the most with people using our site. But on the flip side, what was really unique about how we were approaching Sam's list and what I really try to emphasize to everyone who signs up, even though it's ignored like 70% of the time, all of these people are like, yes, I'm on this site. I want to get as many people as I can. Sam Parr has the richest audience in the world. I want his audience. It's like you're actually doing yourself a disservice because if you
mhm.
someone just wrote a scathing review about something ecom related, but we have these firms who will say they work with high net worth, ultra net worth people, ecom founders, or people in the e-commerce industry. And if someone reaches out to you and they get on a call and you tell them like, "Oh, well, we accept people like you, but we don't have anyone that works like you." It really irritates people so much, and I've heard about it. We had a guy who just
Yeah.
sold a company for over $100 million, and he put ultra net worth individual on his intake form, and he reached out to a company, but then he messaged me on the side. He was like, "Hey, I just wanna let you know, I never ended up getting on this call because on their Sam's List page, it said that they worked with ultra net worth individuals, but on their website, it has no mention of that whatsoever. I don't wanna be their wealthiest client." Similarly, for the negative
Ooh,
e-com review someone just got this month, this person agreed to work with an accounting firm because they said they worked with e-com companies,
Mhm.
and then after, like, a couple of months, they realized that a company was outsourcing the
Ah.
accounting for e-com to a different e-com specific firm. So
Oh.
that is a lot of stuff I'm seeing that's irritating to people, but also serving as an advantage. We have one woman who only works with people that own a law firm doing their bookkeeping, and, like, her leads are very specific, warm, and she's gonna convert nearly 100% of her inbound because she's
let's
very
go.
specific in who she works with. So when people meet with her, they're like, "Oh, you get me, like, better than I get me or my company."
Yeah. I
Wow.
find this to be a great point, Kimmy. Like for example, I mean, there all the time this kind of thing comes up. Like, hey man, I need somebody like help me with my books, help me with the taxes. Like I need this, but like who knows what I do? In
Yeah.
e-commerce, in consumer and CPG, a lot of times there's like customized help that one needs there. And
Yeah.
you can't just like, walk into, I don't know, somebody that you just randomly Google search and they're going to have it all figured out. I find this point that you're making about being very specific with your clientele and that winning on Sam's list, that being helpful. I find this to be very compelling.
It is. So we're trying to make that easier when people are trying to find and vet someone. We're like, look to see what these people are writing about them. Like, that one firm unfortunately got exposed for not actually being specialized in econ. But all those little things we're trying to do to like make this more just simplified for everyone. We have a section where people can share case studies about people they have worked with. My favorite one is this actually ecom only CPA firm. They just had a Shark Tank company come to them.
Oh.
They're doing horrible right now. They're doing horrible, but
Oh.
they're still lost. They like reached out to this company and the owner at the time was just told them, "You guys are screwed. You should have come to us earlier." But they
Oh
were just working with a
man.
Oh,
generalist bookkeeper. So it can even happen to the best of us. Those on Shark Tank that get glorious backers, and then the
Yeah.
others who are bootstrapped maybe side hustling it on TikTok Shop.
That's wild.
Yeah, I find it really interesting too, because you're running basically a two-sided marketplace. You have the founders on one side of this, and then you have the firms on the other. Which of those two sides is kind of harder to keep happy? And then how do you keep that balance? Because you kind of have to keep both of them happy. And it's always like, oh gosh, like I'm trying to balance both of these on each side.
That's a really good question. I've never gotten it phrased that way, which is why I'm perplexed for the first time. Usually people ask me
For sure.
usually the question is phrased to me as which one do you find yourself spending more time on, getting the users using the site searching or the supply side?
Yeah.
And I always say, like, I thankfully have never really had to pay or try really hard to buy side on. Now, I do think it's harder to please the firms on our site, especially as our
Yeah.
platform has been evolving. Every change we've ever made has been a step for growth and based on feedback that we're getting from users on the site. But when you have 700 people on the site who all want to use you as their primary lead channel, it's kind of hard to make everyone
Yeah.
happy, especially when you're a review
Totally.
platform and only 40% of the people on your site have reviews. So when 60% of my inbound comes from people without reviews saying like, hey, like I haven't gotten a single lead from you guys all year. And you'll try to spell out exactly how you can help improve their site. Maybe they don't want to make certain upgrades until you've proven the value and you're kind of at a crossroads because you're like, listen, the last 1,000 inbounds we've seen on Sam's List have all gone to people with 3 or more reviews. You have 0. I can give you more stats for days, but like this one is the most correlating factor.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
take advantage of it. So that one's a little bit tough on the supply side of just, people have this expectation of the day they sign up, they're going to get. I just got a text during this call actually from someone saying, hey, I've been on your site for 2 weeks now. What can I do to start getting some leads? I'm like, please give it some time. It's been 2 weeks. It's like you're dating someone. You're expecting to get married after 2 weeks of meeting them. It's like,
Yeah.
no, I haven't even kissed you yet, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
totally
totally
get
fair.
that.
Yeah.
Tell me this, Kimmy. I think I find this such an interesting concept. On the one hand, because like I don't know where people find like good financial help. Like I don't know where people find them. Like I know my uncle. My uncle, he's been in this forever, and he's who I use, and of course, I trust my uncle, etc. But if somebody like you guys didn't exist, and I needed exactly what you have, like my other source is Colin. I know about Colin's accountant because he told me. But if somebody doesn't have like somebody in their family, or this is who my buddy recommends, like where do people go to find this, like outside of you guys? I feel like you sit in a really interesting kind of crossroads and solving a real problem for people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to plug Sam's List, be like, Sam's List is the only answer, but
You should.
the way that I found my accountant today actually was the most especially insane for someone that owns a marketplace with out of the 700, over 400 of them are accounting firms. I use Google, Claude, and Sam's List to get recommendations from all three. And I reached out to all of the recommendations that each of those platforms gave me. And I used like a different email, different name, all that stuff so that it was neutral. The way everyone that I know is finding their person is obviously word of mouth. And I think that's fine. But I think myself, Sam, and Joe are all great testaments to be like, we are all in I don't have an M or a B next to my name. So I'm nowhere near to Sam and Joe, but like we're all in complex situations that require someone more than
Totally.
general Joe Schmo. So, oh my God, look, speaking of,
Who's that?
It's the econ.
There he is. There he is.
The guy.
Sam Parr. Sam Parr, welcome to the show, brother. Ecom Cowboy. We're talking about Sam's list.
Oh, that's
Here
cool.
we go. You got to clean that thing off.
Just clean it off.
We might need to work on the internet connection over there too. We had Kimmy go out on us, but we got her back.
Well, there's like an internet plugin right here that she wasn't using.
You didn't
So
tell me.
Oh,
that could help. That could help. That could help.
Everything that she
That's
needs
good.
Was my camera that
You did fade out on us a little bit.
Just for a sec.
You know,
Just for a sec.
sometimes, Kimmy, internet is hard. You know, internet is hard.
It happens.
And especially when you're live. You know, when you're live streaming on the internet, it can be even harder sometimes. It does. It happens.
Is it that bad?
It's like night
Goes in and out.
I have like a fancy camera set up here, and you could have done this, you know, like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's for next time. You know,
That's a
for
pro
next time.
podcaster right there.
Whoa! Look at that!
Look at that!
Kimmy!
Camera here. You didn't tell me.
Turn it. I think that needs to be back on.
Okay, here.
Just a little help
Let's go.
from
I'll give you
from the
some
pro
feedback.
there.
No.
There we go. Very appropriate. Very appropriate.
He's like, why did I get in business with this girl? Wait, do you guys have a question for Sam and rich people?
Sam, where rich people? Sam, where did this idea come from? I mean, I love my accountant. I know you kind of started this, and where did this come from? Just the idea of putting together an amalgamation of so many accountants.
I love lists. That sounds like strange, but I'm being real. Like I love like lists of things, and I needed a new accountant, and I just tweeted out who has one, and I had 300 people or 200. How many people replied? I don't know. Some amount of people replied, and we thought, let's. Wait, are you guys still there?
Yeah,
we're here.
You're rock and rolling.
I just said, let's make a list where we just aggregate all of this information together and create like a Yelp. I just thought it would be cool. I don't know. The truth is I was at an airport, and I hate flying. So I was on some medication that makes me a little bit loosey-goosey. And that's when we started.
There was another time at the airport, and it was when you were trying to get me to respond faster to everyone in that comment section. But I was also in an airport trying to go to Vegas. I literally have a photo of me in a bathroom stall, just trying to take a break in between one flight to another. And Sam's like, "Hurry up, get my login. I'm taking off. I gotta go." And I'm like, "Well, I'm in the
All right,
bathroom."
I have Ray Dalio coming on the pod. I got to go call him.
I'll see you, Sam.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
got
for
it.
the race, brother.
Did you
Awesome.
Well, I'm with Ecom Cowboys, so.
You know, Kimmy, I feel like this is going to continue to pay dividends for you guys for what you are doing, aggregating these reviews and such. I feel like everybody, when they're looking for financial help inside of Claude and Chat and Perplexity and all of the things, they're probably going to be coming across Sam's list even more. I mean, do you think this pays off for you in the future AI version of the internet?
Yes. So before AI was even really like taking off and being used for real recommended sources, we weren't getting much traffic from there. Now in the last like 6 to 8 months, we are seeing every single day on both sides of the marketplace, people using Sam's list, and they're asking very specific questions like, I'm looking for an accountant in San Francisco that works with tech startups. And it's sending people Sam's list pages, like a direct person, or it sends them like one of our 5,000 category pages of CPAs for software companies. Wow. And if it's giving recommendations for an individual on Sam's list, whether it's their page or they're just mentioning them, it's pulling reviews on their page as like context overviews to these people. So beginning of this year, I have since been hearing from people with reviews on Sam's. I was like, hey, someone just came to me from my website because they were using AI, asking it for recommendations for both financial advisors, fractional CFOs, and accountants. Wow. I'm hearing this month to month now. It's insane that like we were harping on reviews before we were seeing like this benefit, not just our platform, but the individuals on our platform too. And I use it for recommendations all the time when it comes to like my skincare products, everything. And for some reason, we're like, oh yeah, my AI knows me so well. So whatever it tells me, I'm gonna trust it. It's gonna close that gap. So now when people are asking for specific recommendations for their financial professional, whether for their business or
Wow.
personal, I believe Sam's List is just gonna continue to like fulfill that trust gap we have right now and be a trusted ally to the people searching. And if people think I'm crazy when I say this, but like I genuinely believe Sam's List will change how people are finding. Like it's not just going to be word of mouth anymore. Like
Oh
Sam's
yeah.
List will be in there. People will want to be on Sam's List to build credibility for them for their firms. Like I'm very passionate about this. There are so many bad actors out there, and the more I've met with everyone on Sam's List, the more I hear these stories from them and our users, it just like riles me up more to be a solution because
Wow.
ecom people get left in the dust the most. I'm gonna be honest. Like those
They
users
do.
who use Sam's List are in the most pickled situations is the nicest way I can put it.
I totally agree with you. And we've got a question in the chat
Question
for
from the
you,
chat.
Kimmy. Do you have accountants that specialize in the art market? Of course, I need to sign up and look, but in my experience, no one I found can help with that
Whoa.
specific entrepreneurial lane. You have any thoughts on this, Kimmy? That is a very specific niche.
I love that. I'm about to go ask the over 400 accountants right after this who does because
Awesome.
I don't even think we have a tag for that, but that's music to my ears because I can build
There
a
you go.
category for that section. And now you're going to see, oh, this person works with someone in art. Also, this is pretty cool. People on their Sam's List page can set the percentage of their actual client makeup in
Oh,
each industry. So you can see, like, not only do they
Oh,
work in the art industry, how much of their entire client portfolio is
yeah.
made up of someone in that industry. So, like, you can have even more confidence in who you're reaching out to. That's a
You
good
know,
idea.
wow.
Colin, you correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my take here. I was bullish on this simply because of the people who are doing it, Kimmy. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys, what y'all are
You're
doing
crushing it.
together, I'm like
Yeah.
this is gonna work, you know.
Yeah.
But this added layer that you've put in that is like playing itself out on the internet now that you're seeing in your traffic profiles, etc., with AI search and how that affects it
Oh,
flattens the funnel. People are looking for professional services, financial services. Where are they going? Who are they finding? I mean, I think this is a bull case for Sam's List and what you guys are doing. I feel like this is only going to continue to pay off, and your timing on this incredible. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Colin? I mean, I feel like
I
this is the total the case.
I totally agree. I've had so many friends where they have gone through so many accountant nightmares, and it's so good to see an incredible player in this play in the space that's building specifically for their niches. I would say, like, just as a follow up question, like, a lot of my friends ask me, like, they are only talking to their accountant at tax time. Do you have kind of like that moment where there's a signal that they have kind of outgrown that time where they need to talk to their accountant more rapidly?
Is this person in ecom? I'm just assuming that everything related to this podcast is
we
ecom. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yes.
We're majority, we're ecom, direct to
Retail.
consumer retail.
Yeah.
We also have a ton of partners on here who run agencies,
Agencies
Okay.
is huge.
operate, live in the software world, etc.
Okay, perfect. Because the point where I see people, and I interact with a lot of like those founders in New York City a lot because they just like dominate the founder space here. On
Yeah.
Sam's List, I can tell you people under $1 million are looking for a bookkeeper. And then once they're surpassing $1 million, they're looking more for a strategic person,
I
meaning
see.
a fractional CFO to help with cash flow management, helping them
Totally.
out with their margins, and additional to like their bookkeeping and other accounting services. But the million mark is a good indicator of if you need someone. Also, this is why I say the people on like in e-commerce retail using Sam's List are the most like troubled, is because I'm seeing a lot of issues or commentaries from them with like sales tax, Nexus. They're all scrambling
Oh,
with managing cross-selling. So it's a nightmare. So I think the more complex or like the more you're selling on all of these different platforms, you really, really, really need to consider graduating from either your $50 a month AI software to an actual accountant who specializes in e-commerce, specifically on Sam's List, and read their reviews. But that's how I would usually tell people about it. For people not in e-com, I think they have a lower threshold of like 300 to $500,000. But for e-com, it's so different. Like you could be $1 million company and maybe not can stay that long without having to graduate to a more specialized accounting firm. But generally, I'm seeing it like million and below need a bookkeeper, just general bookkeeper, maybe paying $500 a month. And then once you surpass $1 million, you have a lot of employees, more complexities. You can get that fractional CFO, and hopefully they can do also accounting for you, or fractional CFO and a CPA firm.
Incredible. Incredible.
This kind of stuff gets me going. I love it.
Tell everybody here now where to find you. Oh, we've got one more. Producer Jack, go ahead.
One more.
Do you have one? Do you have time? Do you have time for one more, Kimmy? Niche is key. Oh, this is from Kate. Other artists tell me all the things they save on that, and I haven't. It's mostly because my accountants aren't familiar, excited to find it. I think he needs to go to Sam's List. I think he needs to go to Sam's List, Kimmy.
I just bought the .com. This is breaking news. Sam's List. Upgrade it. Tell your friends. Tell your children. Tell your grandparents.
Let's go.
This is breaking news.
Tell your grandparents.
Incredible. Samslist.com. Go and find your fractional CFO, your accountant, your bookkeeper, everything that people need to, and especially in e-com. Man, it seems totally case. Another question: does Sam's List associate bookkeeping services as well as that are familiar with a niche like this? Well, I think we got to figure it out at samslist.com.
Yeah,
samslist.com.
Let's go.
Kimmy, we appreciate you making the time to join us. Incredible that like we're connected way back. Your sister and I were like at Daryl K. Royal Memorial Stadium. Let's go. Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em. Look at that reaction too. Wow. Kimmy, we appreciate you making the time to join us. Everybody go to samslist.com, and we look forward to having you back and talking.
Thank you, fellas. This was incredible.